Good morning and welcome to the show. Welcome back to another episode. This is Hurley Buff. I'm the director of the Cleveland Bradley Business Incubator, and my lovely co-host today, Jessica Carasquillo of Social Security Advocates. As you might can tell by looking at us, we're not James and Stacy.
Exactly.
And James, we're much better looking than those two, right? No. Don't tell them we said that. No, we are filling in for James. James, I believe, is having his eyes examined today. Of course, James is a vet, and so we'll thank him for his service while that he's out getting his eyes checked by Uncle Sam. But he may have new glasses when he comes back to see you guys again. But we've got a great show lined up for you. We talked about it a little bit last week. We're going to have some really great guests. One of the guests is a first-time appearance on the show. We are going to have M.D. King with, and I'm about to butcher this, so I'll let him tell you the way that it's supposed to be, but Apeto Organics. It's mushrooms, and who knew that mushrooms could do so much? Did you see the list?
I saw the list, and I'm really excited about it. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning. I hope you have your cup of coffee. We have an exciting show for you guys this morning. But I was really excited to see that list because, you know me, I like nutrition and new things.
Yeah, I mean, it helps dementia. That could help me.
I thought you were going to point the finger at me.
No, not yet. Well, I mean, there are some other on here. Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
senile dementia, that kind of thing.
That's only the Alzheimer's only comes when it's
we can
convenient.
We can slip a little bit into your coffee,
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, this list is amazing. And I can't wait to talk to him about it because honestly, up until now, I knew nothing about it. And I mean, this is some serious stuff here that's on this list. And
with a lot more people now getting into organics and looking more into nutrition and doing better for their bodies. Probably the New Year's resolutions, everybody's losing weight and getting better in their health and eating habits. So this is going to be a great show this morning.
Yeah, it sure will. And in addition to Mr. King, we also have a returning guest, Brenda Gossett with Massage and Body Works of Cleveland. And actually, she's the one that actually told me, Mr. King's been in the incubator for a while now, and I knew he grew mushrooms, and a lot of people love the organic mushrooms, just to fry up and eat.
Absolutely.
But when Brenda was showing me this, I said, okay, he's got to be on the show. But not to negate Brenda because her knowledge of all of this is what led us to it. So she's going to be with us today, and she's always very interesting to talk to, so we'll find out some more stuff with that. But the big news, I guess, here lately. Jessica and I are both movie fans, but I guess the big news came yesterday morning when they announced the nominations for the Oscar Awards.
And what a season.
Tell me about it.
What a season.
I mean,
I don't know about you, but
choices.
How many people throw Oscar parties?
Oh, well, I've been guilty of that once or twice.
Yeah, they're fun.
Hey, any excuse to eat, I'll throw a party for it,
Throw a couple of red rugs around the house and have people march in and just have a good time.
Yeah, it's not hard. And these days you can go online, I think even at Oscars.com, they have ballots that you can print out and hand to your guests as they come in and let them mark their ballots. And then, of course, by the end of the night,
see who was right.
See who got the most
correct.
correct.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. But no, there's some great movies that's on the list. You've got a copy of it.
I do have a list on, we've got 12 Years a Slave, The Wolf of Wall Street, Captain Phillips, Her, American Hustle, Gravity, Nebraska, Philomena, and Dallas Buyers Club, all which have tremendous amount of talent in each and every one of them.
They really do. Have you seen all of them yet?
I haven't seen all of them.
I've
seen a couple of the ones on the list. I always try to make a point that when the ballots come out, I try to see all the movies in there before Oscar night. So that's a little bit of fun that we can have with our friends. We go out and try to see those. Now, for just to play, Best Actor.
Best Actor?
We have on the list Bruce Dern.
Yeah.
And I cannot say this name, Chiwetel Ejiofor. He's with 12 Years a Slave. Matthew McConaughey, Leonardo DiCaprio, two of my faves, and Christian Bale in American Hustle.
I've seen American Hustle. I've seen The Wolf of Wall Street. Bruce Dern's always been a good one. I mean, he's a veteran. He's always been great. I didn't see that particular movie, at least not yet. A lot of buzz about Matthew McConaughey.
Well, I'm going to be a girl Matthew McConaughey is my first, and Leonardo DiCaprio. You can't go wrong with
Well,
either one of those.
now
so.
I did see The Wolf of Wall Street. The acting in that movie was incredible.
I usually love Leonardo, and he was so intense in this movie. I actually saw it too, that I actually didn't like him, but that's his job to make us not to like him.
It was a total departure for him.
Exactly.
I mean, this was a new role, but he
And it
did
was a
make it
risk.
believable.
It was a risk.
You know,
It was
so,
a risk.
you know, kudos to him for making it as believable as he did. I will caution everyone in our audience, if you're sitting down to watch this movie, and you know, in the theater or wherever, even later on, you may want to remember, definitely not a movie for young people.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
I would say
It's very graphic.
It is very graphic.
Yeah, children not
Yeah.
allowed.
There is a lot of skin and a lot of rough language, so you know, if you have kids or even younger teenagers,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
I
a
would
little
be
rough.
cautious.
It's a real life story.
It is a true story, and it's very realistic.
And you know, there was a lot of buzz on the Today Show about it because they had mixed feelings. Some people thought it crossed the line a little bit too much and glorified a specific lifestyle. Some other people thought, well, this is what really happened. The man had skills, just no tact. So just, there's a word of caution with that particular movie.
That's very definitely true. You know, I sat down and watched it with my family, and of course, it's one thing to sit down and watch a movie with my sons,
right?
But it's another thing to sit down with my wife and sons and watch a movie. And you know, in a lot of movies, you see stuff like that, you can overlook it. You know, if it's a good story, but. Intense,
That's putting it mildly. Now, best actress.
Mature, what do they call it?
It's
parental
very
discretion is way advised. Okay.
For mature audiences, for sure. Best actresses. There's not anyone on that list that I don't like. So, I mean, Sandra Bullock, Amy Adams, Meryl Streep, Judi Dench, Cate Blanchett, they're all fantastic. So.
Well, Cate Blanchett, there's a lot of buzz about her going on. I've not seen the movie, but I've heard a lot of people talking about how she just delivered a wonderful performance.
And Meryl Streep, always a favorite.
Yeah, but Sandra Bullock, Sandra Bullock, that's who really melts my butter. So, you know, I saw her in Gravity, and she was absolutely excellent. But then Meryl Streep, what can you say about Meryl Streep?
Right.
She's wonderful in everything
legend,
she's in.
So nothing much to say about that one.
No.
So.
But movie of the year, got any picks?
Animated or in general?
In general.
I don't have a favorite pick on that, but I am going to go out on a limb here and say, now my children are grown. Frozen was absolutely one of my favorite animated movies. Yeah, the soundtrack was fantastic. There's not one song on there I didn't like. The storyline was great.
A lot of their music was nominated.
I mean, Frozen was just absolutely great. If you haven't taken your children to go see it, go see it. It's a fantastic family movie, and that one you don't need any kind of filters on it.
Oh, yeah, really. I miss that now that our kids are grown. I miss seeing some of the animated movies.
I actually went with a bunch of friends, you know, in our age group. We just wanted to go see it, and we just had a good time. We had a good time.
I always had a good time. So, just like the Toy Story movies, you know, I miss that. Even though that last one was absolutely pitifully sad, I had to go hide. But yeah, I mean, I miss that now that the kiddies are all grown.
Yeah.
But, well, in any event, before we run out of time, I wanted to take a moment just to talk about Social Security advocates, and I absolutely want you to give our audience some contact info so they can get in touch with you.
We know Social Security Advocates is a place where you can come and file your disability claims. I posted yesterday on our Facebook wall that tragedy does not discriminate against race, color, age, financial situation, or educational status. Tragedy can hit at any time, and you may find yourself needing help filing your disability benefits. We handle all the documentation. It's a free consultation, no fees unless you win. Look us up on Facebook and like our page. We have a lot of good tidbits on there on not just disability, but just overall in Social Security matters. So you can reach us at 423-473-6714. It is a free consultation, no fees unless you win. And we make our appointments pretty much pliable because we understand that some people really just don't feel well enough to come into the office. So we work
I
within
didn't
that.
today myself, but I did anyway.
You came in anyways, right? Thanks for spreading the germs. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Job well done.
Exactly. Thank you.
Okay. Well, in any event, You're absolutely right. It can happen to anybody.
Right.
It does not matter about what classifications you want to look
Exactly.
at. And I'm glad that there are people like you around that can help with that.
Thank you. Thank
You are very welcome.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to go to a break, and we're going to come back with MD King, who is going to tell us all about the wonderful mushrooms, not those kind of mushrooms, the good kind of mushrooms, the healthy mushrooms. He's going to tell us all about that. So we'll be right out and back after this break. Go get some more coffee, go to the bathroom, come back and get comfortable.
Get a snack.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Are you having trouble filing for disability?
Seems no one is concerned about your pain, the waiting, the denials.
While some representatives will meet with you in court, we will meet with you now to discuss your plan. We'll review with you the same file that the judges will see. Call us now, Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson.
You're entitled to better.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Good morning and welcome back. Hope you had time to get that coffee and snack, as Jessica remarked before the break. But we are back and we wish you a very good morning. We've got a special guest here that we want to introduce to you. This is MD King, and he is with, all right, I'm going to butcher it again, man. Please don't take offense to this. But
go for it.
Apato Organics.
Close. It's
very
close.
close.
It's Apato Organic.
Apato Organic.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you say it, and that way I won't
It's
butcher it.
Apato Organic. It's after the Apatosaurus is what we name it after. So
I'll have to speak up for him. He told me that before the show. I still butchered it, but I warned him ahead of time.
It's okay. You've known me for years. You still butcher my last name, so it's all good.
Oh, well, this is true. Okay. I'm guilty of both. But man, this blows me away. I mean, just to read just a few of the things that these, I guess it's an extract? Is that what you would
it's a
call
lion's
it?
mane mushroom extract. Yeah,
Lion's mane mushroom extract.
Yeah.
I mean, Alzheimer's, anxiety disorders, neuropathy, stomach, gastric, digestion, attention deficit disorder, dementia, fatigue, kidney disorders, leukemia, nervous irritability. I get that a lot. You know, maybe I
It's all
need
the
some.
coffee you drink.
No, it's not. Parkinson's disease, pneumonia. I mean, the list goes on. It's incredible. Tell us about I'm taking this to mean that lion's mane is the name of the mushroom.
It is.
Okay, and you're growing that right here in Cleveland,
We are
correct?
growing it here at the incubator in the manufacturing space,
Uh-huh.
and then we take it from there, harvest it, and make the extract.
Well, I mean, I don't know a thing about growing mushrooms. So, I mean, what's the process in doing that? How do you?
Well, you get your growing medium, which is your substrate, and you'll inoculate that with your spores.
Okay, now, dude, you remember, dumb old man over here, is that the dirt we're talking about?
Yeah, lion's mane likes to grow on sawdust, oak sawdust, or the American beech tree. So we'll take that and we'll put it in bags, which we call blocks.
Oh.
And from there, we will sterilize the substrate and inoculate it with the spores.
So let me ask you this. What is the process once you do all the scientific part of it, okay?
Right.
What is the process or what's the length of time that you can harvest the mushroom?
Yeah.
Well, once you inoculate it, it will grow a mycelium network. And from there, to take about 7 weeks before the mushrooms will start flushing, or you can harvest them.
So after you harvest, what's the process? Because I'm really interested in this because we talked about earlier before the show about the nutrition, and this is a great list. It really does have a lot of health benefits to you.
Right.
So.
Well, you have a bottle of the actual extract with you, don't you?
It's
Brenda, would you hand us that little bottle of extract over there? Well, you go ahead and keep talking.
Yeah,
while
let's talk about after you harvest it, what is the process of getting the extract?
It goes through a double extraction.
Thank you. Here's the bottle.
There's the bottle right there.
Yeah, it goes through a double extraction of hot water and grain alcohol, although we are making extract batches that don't have the alcohol in it for people who are alcohol sensitive. And from there, we'll make sure the extract is up to par, goes through a good filter process, and then we bottle it.
Now, for those of us that we don't know, and I'll give just a little bit background on the mushroom, is that traditional Chinese medicine used this specific mushroom for stomach problems and cancer and digestive organs at the time. It is considered a medicinal mushroom.
Yes, it's been used for centuries in Asia for stomach ailments.
For stomach ailments. So how is the process of taking the extract? Is it so many drops a day? It just depends on your body chemistry?
You could take 1 dropper full a day, and you could take it in the morning, take it at night. You could eat your body weight in that mushroom. It's non-toxic, so you can't overdose on it.
Okay. That's good to know. Now, and it doesn't have anything in the in the natural process of growing mushrooms that would make you, like, for say, not sleep at night if you were to
No,
take
not
it
at all.
in the
It's
evening.
completely natural. Your body craves that stuff.
Really?
Is it because of the
Okay.
NGF?
Well, it does have nerve growth factors, and that's what benefits the Alzheimer's and dementia. We can't say it cures. The FDA don't like that, nor does the American Medical Association. But it does benefit. If you've got short-term memory problems, you can take that, and I'd say within 10 to 12 days, you'll notice a significant difference.
Because the
turn it up.
NGF, really, the NGF helps in brain functioning
Right.
and the properties, right?
It's called Hericium arenaceus, and those are 2 compounds that are nerve growth factors, and they will bypass the blood-brain barrier and go in and rebuild damaged nerves.
And repair the tissue.
Repair the tissue, yeah.
I would say that word again, but that's between English and
was
Spanish. I would
gonna
have a
say.
hard time even saying that word. Say it again. What it has?
Nerve growth factors.
Okay.
But
The scientific word.
name?
here,
Yeah,
here it is in writing. If
It
you
is
can
a
read that.
Hericium
Yeah.
arenaceus,
Okay.
and they call it hericenones and hericenones.
So from what I read about it, what happens with the NGF is apparently it goes through it doesn't pass through the blood-brain. How does that work?
Well, if they try to isolate NGF and give it to someone orally outside of lion's mane,
Right.
the molecule is usually too big to pass through
Okay.
the blood-brain barrier. The
Yeah.
molecular weight on that is small enough to where it gets in there.
So
Because that's where it really that's where the rubber's meeting the road, is this being able to pass through that membrane around the brain and get
Right.
from
It's been known
outside
to
to
clean
inside.
the amyloid plaques too that are known Alzheimer's. And they did a study on rats that they gave them Alzheimer's and they couldn't find their way through the memory maze. Then they started giving half the rats lion's mane, and that half became normal.
Really?
And actually, their memory got better. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Wow,
amazing.
that is
That is
amazing.
amazing.
I mean, shoot, we could all use a shot of
Right.
this, you know?
Now let me ask you this: any kind of side effects for different people, depending on body weight, size?
No, I haven't come across any side effects in my studies and in the people that I know that's taken it.
Okay.
I have read one report someone claimed they got drowsy, but that's extremely rare.
Okay.
Is it possible to be allergic to mushrooms? I mean, if somebody had a mushroom allergy, so
I imagine it is possible, but I haven't heard of any.
I was going to say, I've never heard of that either.
Well, for the most part, mushrooms are probiotic. So
Correct.
that's why it helps with the digestive system
It
as
is.
well. So because known to man, if you take any probiotics, it's going to help with your digestion. The same thing with pineapple or anything like
Yep.
that. But with the mushroom extract, because there is no way to have to digest it, it's going straight into the bloodstream because it's liquid form,
Right.
correct? That's where the power.
You could even put it under your tongue for 30 seconds to a minute and then swallow it. It's, your lymph nodes will take all that in.
I didn't even think about that. You're right. So that would be where, because it's going straight into the bloodstream, it
Straight
doesn't
in.
have to bypass your digestive
Yep.
system.
And it takes some time to work, so it's nothing you're going to notice instantly, but give it 10 to 12 days and you will start noticing it. I could tell you a quick story. My wife's aunt, she started taking it. She works in an Albany, New York medical lab. On any given week, she's got to remember 12 to 14 different passwords. Since she started taking this, she no longer has to write the passwords down. She remembers them.
Ooh, wow.
And she called us when her bottle was running out and said, "Can you please send me another bottle? I don't want to run out." And are you familiar with Luminosity?
I am.
The cognitive brain exercise game? In 2013, she maxed her score out at 3,000 points and couldn't go any higher. Since she's taken that, she's doubled it up to 6,000 points.
That's fantastic.
Good grief.
That is
Okay,
fantastic.
cocktails with this later, you know?
Exactly, exactly.
Well, let's get down to it. I mean, for a lot of guys like me, what does it taste like?
My wife can't stand the taste. It doesn't bother me. It has a mushroom taste. It's just a strong mushroom extract.
I already take different vitamins that are in liquid form, and I take like green tea extract and some other multiple Bs that I take in liquid form. It's just easier for me. Could you put that in juice and still have
Absolutely.
the same effect? So
I
that'd be
chase
an
it with
easier
water.
way to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that'd be an easier
I
way.
chase
to
it with
get-
water and I don't even taste it.
Really,
Yeah.
absolutely. Now, okay, let's talk about the important thing because that's when cost. Well, how can we find it? How can we get it in our hands?
My website is under construction, should be done middle of February, somewhere around there.
Okay.
But you can contact my website at apato.org.
And
Apato.org.
spell it for us because.
It's apato.org or apatoorganic.com.
Okay.
Either one of those will get you there.
And do we have a cost or anything?
Yes, the 2-ounce bottle is $35.99.
And this seems like a lot. I know you can't see it up close, but 2 ounces,
It does
that's
seem
quite
like
a bit
lot,
because even
yeah.
the green extract that I take is probably just 1 ounce.
And we do sell 1-ounce bottles too.
And you also, so I'm sorry, the 2 ounces, how much?
It's $35.99. The 1 ounce is $18.99.
That's fantastic. Folks,
is.
because if you really think about it, if you're looking for your health and you're looking for something you're going to spend this money either in health products or in doctors.
One way
Which
or the
one would
other.
you choose?
Exactly.
Right.
So I think this is a better health benefit, $35. Stop drinking the Starbucks coffee for 5 days. You got $35 right here, and you're able to get your health up and running, and your probiotics and your digestive system will work just as well. So.
I mean, there's a lot of things you were talking about the FDA and I mean, and being monitored a minute ago. There's absolutely nothing impure in this. So I mean,
Not at all.
This is something that you're going to eat at your dinner table anyway.
Exactly.
Right.
So there really isn't any. I guess saying there's a potential for it to do a lot of good, but no
Right.
potential to
There's
do
no
anything
harm in it.
bad.
And the mushroom by itself tastes delicious too. It's-
Because there's no other chemicals added. It's just specifically
it's
the
just
mushroom
organically grown. I mean, mushrooms is as organic as it
Yeah.
gets. You can't grow it without using nature.
That's fantastic. I'm excited about it, actually.
I'll tell you what, and especially considering, I mean, we make a big deal about the effects, that it has on the brain, obviously, because there's so many things out there that,
Right.
alter. But, I mean, it really helps from head to toe. It's not just the brain, but
Not just the brain,
your
yeah.
entire system, top to bottom.
It will detox you of toxins too.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the drowsy report came in, the person who got drowsy.
Because
Maybe,
some
maybe.
detoxification will cause that. And remember, folks, that when your blood is clean, disease can't live in there.
That's right.
This is
So, I'm really excited about that. I'm excited that we have the business here in the incubator.
true. Honestly, I'm very
And-
glad to have him here in the
and,
incubator.
I'm just really excited, and I hope everybody that's health conscious, you made those resolutions this year, and you've probably fallen off the wagon within the first
I'm still
2
on the
days.
wagon, yeah.
I wasn't looking at you for that reason. So make a health conscious. It's right here in Cleveland, Tennessee.
Right.
Right down the road from you. So if you want to get your health going, Apato
That'll work, yeah.
.com.
I think at this point he's going to let us call it anything
Yeah.
we both do.
Mushroom extract, whatever.
Now, I understand too that you're wholesaling your product out, and that several other businesses in the incubator are actually carrying this already. And I know that Brenda Gossett, who is going to be on later in the show, she told me that she had been taking several drops of this. I'll let her tell exactly how many, but that she already notices a difference.
Yeah.
And that she told me that she takes it straight. She doesn't chase it with anything. And she said that it really doesn't have an odd taste at all.
No.
She said that it's just a mushroom smell, or taste rather. And she told me she doesn't dilute it in anything. She doesn't chase it with anything. She just takes it straight.
And this is what's really great about this, because maybe some of you out there don't like mushrooms. I recently started eating them maybe a couple of years ago because I had that whole, oh my gosh, it's a fungus thing in my head, you know? But the benefits that come from that, if you don't like to eat them and you don't like them in your food, you can still get the benefits off of it in the extract. Put it in your juice. You're not even going to be able to tell the difference on it. Don't put it probably in anything hot, because that would take the enzymes away from it and any kind of health benefits. Am I kind of quoting that? But your juice.
You should be fine.
Yeah. So.
Really? So you could even drop it in coffee and it wouldn't make any difference?
I believe so, yeah, because even the hot water extract, it doesn't destroy you of course keep it at a certain temperature, but I don't think coffee would be hot enough, or tea.
Ooh-wee.
So. But in most things, yes, it does destroy the
Yeah,
enzymes.
if I can drop it in coffee, then I'm good to go. Yeah.
See what I said about coffee?
Well, tell one more time, what suite are you located in the incubator, and give that website address so that...
I don't know the exact suite. It's right next to
well, why don't
Simon
you ask
James
the
Media.
director?
Yeah, what suite is it?
He is in suite 111 of the incubator. That's on the first floor, where he's kind of round the back, and there's not an interior entrance to your suite, so you do have to go around the back of the building, and the only little outshoot from the building, that is your suite right there. So you can tell that he is a newcomer to the incubator. He doesn't know his suite number yet.
Is there a phone number they can reach you at?
Yeah, I'll give them my cell phone number, 704-751-2638.
I was going to say we need to get him a phone set up too, Jessica.
Right.
But that's for right now, that'll work.
Yeah. And you're at apato.org.
Yes,
We still
that's
can't
it.
get that right.
ApatoOrganic.com.
We'll have it on the screen.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's cool. That's good. And they can get to you as soon as the website is up and running. Then I'm sure you're probably going to have a lot of different products on there.
That's true, yep.
But anyway, it's been really good talking to you. We've learned a lot. I'm
Absolutely.
really interested in your product.
Absolutely.
I mean, I want to investigate it further. But thank you very much for
Thanks for
being
having
with
me.
us. And we're going to take a little break here and have another exciting guest come on. So here, as soon as we get back, we'll be talking to Brenda Gossett. Go and grab yet another cup of coffee. If you're like me, I can go through 2 or 3 in an hour. So we'll be right back after these messages.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Are you having trouble filing for disability?
Seems no one is concerned about your pain, the waiting, the denials.
While some representatives will meet with you in court, we will meet with you now to discuss your plan. We'll review with you the same file that the judges will see. Call us now. Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson.
You're entitled to better.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
Good morning and welcome back. I hope you've got another cup of coffee because I've got a very silly guest over here on the other side that we're going to talk to. We've been passing around the mushroom juice. That's what it is. Brenda Gossett with Massage and Body Works of Cleveland. Welcome to the set once again. How are you?
Good morning. I am back.
You are back. Yeah. Hey, listen, I know you're one of the ones that's been selling the mushroom juice, the extract.
I'm a fan.
So,
I must admit.
when did you start taking it?
I found out about it, and then I made a phone call. I had referred one of my clients. He has a problem with neuropathy, and we've been working on various things over a year and a half now. And now the neuropathy has been ongoing. It, in fact, it throws him off structurally. So
Really?
it is a constant build back, because he can't feel. So, you know, it's constant. And I was reading over the information, and I was like, it's good for neuropathy. Give it a shot, you know. Let's check this out.
Well, it can't hurt. I mean,
Yeah,
you know, the only thing it can do
absolutely.
is help. So.
Our running joke is that if I can come up with a cure for this neuropathy of his, then he's going to pay for me a hot air balloon ride. So, you know, I'm going to
That's a good
find,
trade-off.
You know, and I was like, try this, you know.
Well,
and
and it sounds like you're well on your way to
probably get him
it,
to try
too.
anything right about now, right?
Well, now, when you were telling me in your office the other morning, and I'm betraying her confidence here because we were just talking, but you were telling me that you were using this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Just between us, Brenda, what does it taste like?
Actually, it tastes like, I thought it tastes like stale bread.
Really?
You know, like you know, like when you open up the bread bag and it's like, and it just has that little funny, but that's a fungus smell if you think about it. Mold, it's the yeast growing, and so basically, and I mean, it's not like a huge shot of, you know, it's not that bad. It's like, it's just kind of bland, you know, because I'm sure that they stop it before it gets crazy.
Well, but I mean, obviously, you're not mixing it in anything or chasing it.
No,
You're able to
no,
take
because
it
usually,
straight,
like
so.
I said, I forget it before I put it on my office desk, and I'm like, there it
So
is.
now we know what you're taking it for.
There,
okay.
there you go. Well, and you know,
She didn't say that.
well,
No,
a lot
she
of my
didn't.
clients, they come to me too for mental clarity.
Uh-huh.
You know it, and I was like, right there. And the first day I had it in my office, I swear to you, every bit I had, I called him right back. I was like, bring me 20 bottles. And he was like, what? I was like, got money for you. Come and bring me 20 bottles.
And the thing is, as a Social Security disability rep, obviously I'm dealing with all these kind of issues. Not me personally, but my clients
It's
are.
everywhere.
The thing is, a lot of people are concerned about mixing something natural with their medications. This is natural, folks. It's not going to mix in with anything. It's not any different than taking cinnamon for diabetes because it will regulate your blood sugar. And obviously, I'm not a doctor. But we're talking about natural stuff and nutrition. This is not going to be harmful to any other medications that they're actually taking.
No.
I kind of think if you're going to detox with it, it's going to go out anyway.
Right.
It's
True.
just going to naturally go out.
Absolutely.
And your body's going to take care of it and bounce. It may actually take care of things you didn't even know you had.
Exactly.
You know, and I'm thinking if you can avoid Alzheimer's and dementia, which they don't have a cure for, you know, and all the side effects, what's the drawback? What's going on there?
Honestly.
You know, I'd take less invasive every time.
Absolutely.
You know?
Well,
Absolutely.
I mean, if we were talking about something invasive, some kind of chemical or something, of course that would be different. But I mean, this is food.
It's actually food in liquid form.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, we could probably drip this on our pizza and wouldn't have to put mushrooms on it. So,
Right. If you're making a green smoothie in the morning, a lot of people are into the health kick now. I drink green juice every single morning, and that's where I put my other vitamin supplements and so forth in.
Right.
It's just another food element going into what you've already created. So.
Yeah, just as pure one way or the other.
Exactly.
So.
Done deal.
And if
Exactly.
it can possibly help, then like I said, it's worth it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What's not to complain about?
Right.
Well, now you said you've already noticed a difference.
I have. I
Okay.
took 15 drops, and I have actually kind of been dealing with the respiratory thing since Thanksgiving. And with the flu epidemic and everybody having all this respiratory issues out and around, and that's in Tennessee, it's at an epidemic level. So when you're thinking about how fast can I get no side effects, you know what I mean? You don't have the jitters, you don't have to worry about high blood pressure along with that and things like that. 15 drops. And I could breathe and I wasn't coughing and I was like, get out of town. This is not possible. And then I thought, well, maybe it's not. By the next day, I was feeling great. Everybody's like, oh, you're back. I'm so happy you feel good. And I was thinking, I love my little mushroom juice. I love it. And I've taken all that other stuff, you know what I mean? And I was really trying to be careful, and avoid. I was doing the natural thing and just, it's going to run its course. And that's a miracle. That's awesome.
I mean, we've got to be careful these days. I was hearing on the news day before yesterday morning, I believe, that there was some new kind of scare about folks taking medications that had acetaminophen in them, and then they're taking, some of the drugs that have acetaminophen after that and ODing on them.
Correct.
So, I mean, we're all going to have to start being a little bit more cautious about what we put in our mouth these days. So, I mean, it's great to have alternatives.
So just because I know you've been a guest here before, but let's talk a little bit about what you do and
Well, I'm a massage therapist, and I also do the Bowen technique. And what the Bowen technique does is it basically, through some muscle rolling and challenging moves on specific locations in the body, what it does is it allows your brain to come back in and reassess each area of the body brand new. So if you have a chronic condition or you have an acute condition, it doesn't matter. So we're looking at things like side effects from lupus, side effects from fibromyalgia. We're looking at MS. Those are things that they're using really heavy guns to take care of. And there's no side effects with this. It cannot hurt you. It's your body assessing your body's needs naturally.
And it's so gentle. I mean, yes, it's a massage, and it is a technique of massage.
And you can keep your clothes on.
But, well, I mean, that for a lot of people
that's
make
right,
a
that's
difference.
the bottom line.
Right, exactly, exactly.
But I'm thinking for either the very old or the very young, it's such a gentle process. I mean, it really it's nothing that anybody couldn't tolerate.
No.
90-year-old somebody who has bone problems could tolerate this.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just nothing really about it that I would call abrasive.
It's uninvasive, completely uninvasive.
I mean, it's just a very gentle process, and I could see a lot of people being able to benefit from that who wouldn't be able to benefit from your everyday massage.
Right,
They
like
wouldn't the deep tissue stuff.
Would not be candidates for anything that would be harsh. I've had people that are inoperable with their back problems or hip problems,
like herniated disc or anything like that.
Yeah. And had specialists gone all the way to the best specialist that they can find, and they're like, can't help you. You there's nothing else for you. Go to a pain management clinic. Well, I take the place of that.
Yeah.
With this, it is an option. 80% chance that Bowen will help you.
And the cool thing about it is, if any of you have or know someone that has fibromyalgia, even the touch is very sensitive. So even wind.
Absolutely.
So
breeze, anything.
If you're able to do this on people that have chronic fatigue syndrome or fibromyalgia, and for those of you out there that don't believe in fibromyalgia, let me tell you folks, I have plenty of clients of that, including family members that have that. It is a very painful, because it's your sensory nerves that are alive, they're kicking, and you're in pain all over the place. So if you're able to do that technique on those people and not even have a side effect or have them That's fantastic.
They feel wonderful.
Well, and I
That's
mean,
fantastic.
texture and touch, you know.
Absolutely.
For folks who are afflicted with different forms of autism or somewhere on the spectrum of autism.
Right.
I know with my own son, you know, he can't stand but just certain socks on his feet, just certain clothes. I mean, touch and everything tactile.
Exactly.
Very big deal. And yet the Bowen technique would offer guys like him or ladies like him, either one, you know, an alternative. I mean, I'm sure he could tolerate that where other stuff he just
Rheumatoid arthritis as well.
Right.
Any musculoskeletal issues.
Yes, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, and it is to the level where people will come in. I've had them using a cane or a walker, and they leave and they forget it. And I'm like, are you serious? This is crazy. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I had a lady come in this morning. She could barely move. She was coming down the hall, just, you know, and I knew it was her coming through the back door, and I was bearing around the corner going, there, let me help you. And so we got her in there, and she was just moving right along with her grandchild when she left.
That's
They came to
fantastic.
pick her up, and
Yeah.
she said, oh, thank goodness, and she'd been so sick, and she's got fibromyalgia. It was a big, big deal for her, and she travels 45 minutes.
So for all of you that just tuned in, this is Brenda Gossett with Massage and Body Works here in Cleveland. She's at the incubator by Cleveland State Community College. He's the director there.
Yes, she is in Suite 204. We can say that.
Suite 204, and we can give out the phone number for people who are interested as well.
I don't know, Brenda. Can we give out the phone number?
This is an inside joke.
Probably not. I usually use 423-506-1670 or
423
478
6489.
I'll let you in on a little secret. We had this videotaping that we did with all the incubator tenants, and one of the bloopers was that she kept saying her phone number wrong, so that's the inside joke, which now you know.
Now you
Anyways,
know, but
if
it
you
was fun for us, wasn't it?
Exactly. So
I guess we all need to take a little more of this.
I need the big bottle.
The big bottle.
yeah, but if you have any issues like that, this is the person to see. Massage therapy with the Bowen technique. She's right there at the incubator.
But don't think you're off the hook yet, because we've got more questions for you.
Exactly.
So, yeah, we're going to take a little break here, and when we come back, you're still going to be on the hot seat, and we're going to find out even more. So we will let you go and refresh your coffee, and we'll come back right after these messages. Stay
Or
with
green
us.
juice.
Or green juice.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
And welcome back. Good morning, everybody. I'm obviously not James Dunn, but Jessica Carasquillo and myself are filling in for James and Stacy. I think James was getting his peepers checked today.
Right.
He'll probably be with new glasses on the next time he's on the show. But they will be back with you next week. We are just cheerfully filling in for them in the meantime. And our guest right now is Brenda Gossett with Massage and Body Works of Cleveland, located in the Business Incubator at Cleveland State. And she is in Suite 204, and I even know her phone number. It's 423-478-6489. We're kidding her a little bit about that. It is an inside joke, but she's still on the hot seat. We've still got more questions for her. The Bowen technique, I want to go back to that. That's what we're talking about before the break. Where in the world did you ever hear of this? I mean, how did you find out about it in the beginning?
Well, I was going to school for massage therapy, and I had my sister, she had a frozen shoulder problem. And she said, she's doing the Bowen technique. She was getting the Bowen technique. She's out west. And I was like, really? What's that? You know, I'm laughing at her. You know, like everybody laughs at me
like
now.
Some out west avocado.
Yeah, well, you know, and I was like,
exactly.
well, really, she is a little hippie-ish. And so I was like, oh.
That's
what's
exactly
she doing?
what I thought.
You know, what's she doing? Woo-woo, it's crazy. And so then she starts telling me it's from Australia, and this lady works on animals, and she works on horses, and she works on humans, and she's amazing, and now she can move her arm. And within a couple weeks, literally a couple weeks, this was something she was having to take major drugs for just to work. She was a bus driver, and so just that movement was killing her. She could barely work. And she's like, oh, it's better. It's all gone. And I'm thinking, really? And so then she said that she'd seen a friend of mine from school in the office. And I'm thinking, I'm calling him up and finding out what this is about, right? Because it is a body work. And so I thought, because there's hardly anybody that does it. And I thought, well, let me see what he thinks about it and see, you know, whether or not she's just going to some witch doctor person or what's the deal, you know? And so I call him up and I was like, so tell me, I heard you were at the witch doctor, you know? He's like, how did you know? And he said, you know, people have been giving me a bad time, but she's amazing. And he went in there just as an emergency case. He had been riding a horse, and he's a big guy, and the horse bucked him off, and he caught himself on a limb. And what he does for a living is he makes doors, like routes them out and carves them, and I mean, it's heavy work. And he owns his own business, and so this was a deal breaker for him. And so he started taking, the doctor giving him the oxycodones, Oxycontin, and big heavy
medication.
drugs. Yeah,
Heavy
and
medication,
torn, all messed up, blah, blah, blah. Can't do
the
this
kind that
without
lay you
it.
out for the rest of the day.
Well, and it got to the point where he couldn't afford the surgery and stuff. It wasn't going to happen for him. And he was like, I just didn't know what I would do. And so he told her how long he was taking the medication and everything. He couldn't move his arm anymore. And so he was in there on dog day, let's just put it. So it's him and these other dogs, and she was really impressed because these dogs, literally dogs, are all sitting in their rooms, right? Because you can see several people at a time. So
okay, but now to explain, we should say here that the Bowen technique can be used on man and beast in a matter of speaking.
Exactly. If you have a brain and a body, then you're
now
eligible.
you don't specifically do animals.
Yeah,
you do
I work on
animals.
dogs.
Okay, I
work
did
on
not
horses.
know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I sure do.
But see,
Amazing.
she's looking to expand, so she's waiting for me to provide her with an office to do that in, and we just haven't got there yet.
Absolutely, I really did not know that.
So I didn't know the Bowen technique would work on animals as well. So
You heard it
hey,
here
I learned
first.
something new today.
It's a learning experience.
Absolutely.
Okay, but back to
here
your
he is.
story.
Yes,
Big guy and dogs in the room.
And these dogs, and everybody has their little room, you know, their Bowen room. And so he was in there, and he was being fit in, you know, so he's having to wait. He was in there for like hours. And so then he was like, and he said, I slept a lot because I just felt so comfortable, and it does. It makes you feel super comfortable. And he said, these dogs were like laying down and sitting up. And she said, I can't believe that these are like hunting dogs. So they don't necessarily like people. And they were like, I can't believe they didn't even try to attack you or anything. And he's like, you know, on the way out, she was commending him that his you know, his temperament, his ability to bond with these animals so easily was amazing. And he was like kind of shocked, you know, he was a little bit shocked by this. And so then he came back again, but she worked him in on dog day because that was in his rotation. Took 2 treatments. He's good to go. Never had surgery, nothing.
That's fantastic.
2 treatments
Two
to
treatments.
replace surgery.
And for him, it worked.
Wow.
Now, that's when I decided, because I had been cleaning homes and businesses for 20 years, and massage therapy was my passion. I always wanted to do this, and so once my children were grown, gone out of the house, just me, I said, you going to school, or am I going to school?
Right.
And it was, I don't want to go to, I said, I'm out of here, I'm going to school.
It's mommy's turn.
That's right. So I hit the books, and I was working full time, and just till.
Well, now, let me interrupt you there just a second. Where exactly did you have to go to school?
I went to Cleveland.
For Bowen Technique.
For the Bowen Technique,
Yeah.
that was 1 year following me finishing massage therapy school. That was my goal, is to do this Bowen Technique because my shoulder was injured. Now for massage, it was fine because it was a different range of motion. I could do massage, and it's like a duck to water. Love it.
Wow.
But now Bowen.
Now, where did you go again?
I went to Orlando.
Yeah.
Orlando.
Orlando.
That's my old stomping ground.
Well,
so-
there you go.
Yeah.
Ultimate Springs. And so
Fantastic. That's
I love
my
that
backyard.
place. Love it, love it.
Yeah.
And so met a lady named Cheryl Hiller and her husband David, and they actually trained with Tom Bowen, which is about unheard of because he passed. And they actually trained with Tom Bowen. They're from the UK. That was a learning experience all of its own. It was very fun. And I go back from time to time to train with her. She's wonderful. Learned a lot. I've been back several times. I have. I'm certified. I can, you know, treat anybody. So we're good.
That's
Wow,
fantastic.
that is fantastic.
And
It is.
she fixed my shoulder in 1 treatment.
Really?
Wow.
And I didn't. The first time I had it, I was like, no, this is, you know, you have to take a walk. It says drink water and walk, and that's in your aftercare program over a series of days. You know, you're drinking water and you're doing this 20-minute walk. And I'm thinking, I had felt nothing, zero, nothing on the table after I'd gone to school and all this, and I'm thinking, oh, I've spent all this money and it's bunk. What am I going to do? And everybody I've talked to that I work on, and I'm like, just give it some time because your body moves at your body's rate. Well, I'm doing my 20-minute walk, and then all of a sudden, everything was like different. It was very strange. It was just like a complete peace. Just everything was working great, and I started moving my arm. And by the time I flew home, I was helping in the hayfield. I was putting up firewood. Yeah.
Wow.
And so now,
Well, I mean, I've heard people describe it as like a cork popping on a champagne bottle. It's like that something just all of a sudden comes loose.
well, and depending on what the issue is, some people feel it immediately. Children just tend to just melt, you know, because their energy doesn't stop. I can do a child in just seconds, you know.
And there again, stressing that this is gentle enough that you can use this technique on
Right.
a child. You
Right.
know?
Oh yeah,
So-
infants, they'll be crying and have colic and stuff, and I'll just come up behind them. And invariably the mom's like, what'd you do? And I'm
See,
like,
now that's
"Nothing."
something I could have used when my children were
Yeah,
smaller
I can
because
think of
both
a
of
lot
them
of
had
people.
colic.
Mine did too.
It was horrible.
Yeah, and that's when they told me I could do that, I was like,
Absolutely.
that's like magic.
Absolutely.
That was amazing. And so, and then the dogs.
That's a lifesaver right there.
Absolutely.
Colicky
it is.
baby.
Yeah.
Here you go, Brenda. Thank you very much.
Well,
You know?
that's the time where that you go in and have a treatment and have the baby have a treatment too.
I've had that.
Exactly,
I've had
exactly.
that. We've had
Exactly.
people in there
Absolutely.
having treatment over here, and then somebody shows up with a child, and they're cranky, and I'm like, gotta fix this. So I work on the child a little bit, and the child lays down taking a little nap next to
Right.
them. Everybody's happy.
Right.
You
Right.
got it. You got it.
Right.
It's amazing.
Well, I want to shift gears a little bit here before that
Yes.
we run out of time. I wanted to talk about the Practical Networking Group.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you who don't know, we have a large conference room at the Business Incubator, and Brenda has taken the initiative to start a networking group for entrepreneurs, not just from the incubator, but from anywhere in our community.
Anybody, everybody.
Any of our viewers out there can come. And tell about how that's going, because it's been amazing the kind of response that you've gotten out of it.
The growth is is unbelievable. And, you know, and it's not always the same people. Some people can come one week and, you know, and another, it's every other week. It's so at the incubator.
Every other Monday, right?
Every other Monday, and it runs from, you can do open networking between 12 and 12:30, and we have a speaker come in, and sometimes we do, you know, just discuss what's working and what isn't working in your business. If you're looking, and then we ask, you know, what do you want? If you have a need in your business, if you want to do speaking engagements, if you want to, you know, get some referrals, if you want to go to other networking groups, you know, and find out what's working for other people, how to build your business, you know, we want people to be learning and educating themselves and just networking amongst each other and really see some growth out there.
I've actually attended, and out of that one, I know a lot of the times I'm out of town and handling cases all over the East Coast or something. But even with that one, if you have a business, this is a great opportunity, because out of that I was able to get a couple of speaking engagements. They've called on. I've been able not only just to talk about Social Security advocates, which is great. There's a lot of need for that, but just to talk about empowering women, empowering young ladies to do something in business, to get educated. So it's a wonderful opportunity.
Well, and the environment is so informal.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can really bring up whatever kind of problem that you're having with your business, or whatever's really working in your business. But I've been amazed at the speakers that you've been able to get to come and visit with you.
We've been blessed. We really, really have.
Now, who was it you had this past Monday? I know it was.
It was Stu Lewis with Sandler Training out of Chattanooga, and he was amazing. We had it was like right at 2 hours worth of time and doing sales management. You know, keeping things going in your business, getting residual. You know, teaching people how to do cold calls. Nobody does that for free.
No.
You know, you don't get that.
And the speaker that I was there was from Edward Jones. She was absolutely fantastic.
Kelly Brown. She's
we were
great.
you know, we've been able to talk, and you get those connections of people that you can help. But she gave some great advice for free at that 1 hour.
Oh yeah,
and it was fantastic.
That's always
time.
a real perk. Well, when is the next one before we run out of time?
The next one is the 27th.
The 27th
That would be
of
this coming 27th.
Of course, that'll be a Monday.
Yes. And so.
And that's in Suite 202 of the Business Incubator. It's on the 2nd floor in the conference room. All are welcome. Well, before we run out of time, Miss Lady, first of all, we appreciate you being here very much.
Thank you.
And thanks for
you
coming
so
and being our
much.
guest. But I want you to tell the audience one more time, how do you get hold of Brenda Gossett at Cleveland, our Massage and Body Works of Cleveland? See, even I missed it.
We don't know where I am, and we don't know how to call me.
Here you go.
Okay, yeah, I need some of that. Let me turn it up.
It's 423-478-6489.
There you
got it. She got it this time.
I'm going to get a
It's
t-shirt.
working.
Folks, it's working.
Is there a website or a Facebook page?
I am on Facebook, and you can get a hold of me through just Brenda Gossett, or you can look at, because I put all my events, when I'm doing public outreaches and all that there. Working with some Vietnam vets tonight with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Fantastic.
Wow.
We've been making some great progress there, so if you know anybody that's having trouble, contact me. Look on the Facebook. Massage and Body Works of Cleveland is on there. Brenda Gossett on there. You can contact me at CBBI. You can call me 423-478-6489.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm showing off.
We're getting it.
She's showing off now.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, thanks again for being here with us, and I want to thank Mr. King for being here with
Absolutely.
us. It's been a great show. And I want to thank you for co-hosting with me today. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you for asking me, and thank you for joining us this morning. And we hope you have had a great time with us this morning, and have a best day.
Yeah, and James and Stacy will be back with you again. So until we see each other again, have a lovely day. Thanks.